When I was 5, I knew I wanted to be an artist. I was the kid that believed when adults would say you could be anything you wanted to be. It was the touch of construction paper, the smell of the crayons. It was hypnotic. When you get to do art and people are excited about your art, it is the best job in the world. By the time I was 6, because when you're a kid, most of your artwork that you see are in books. I was like, well, then I'm going to make children's books. I've done about 40 books. I've been fortunate that I get about 1 or 2 books a year. I'm looking to tell the whole story, and that is to write and illustrate those books. There's a really beautiful story I did where it was talking about a tear rolling down a little boy's face, and he had just faced a terrible loss. And I really was working with the publishers, like, I want to show that tear going down his face, and they're like, oh, that's kind of too heavy. But that's what he's going through. And we forget that kids experience those same things that adults do. And so when I tell my stories, I want to honor the kids and honor their feelings, because I know that when I was a kid, when you could see another friend go through it or that it could express it to you, it took away some of the pain. And so that's really where I'm going with my work, and there's no turning around from it at this point.
Hi, I'm Sandy Max, host of The Arts Page, and we just watched a shortened version of a 2022 feature we did on Aaron Boyd. Aaron is a local artist and a children's book illustrator, and we are so pleased to announce that he has now also achieved his goal of being a children's book illustrator and writer. And we are here now with Aaron Boyd to learn more about his new book. Aaron, thank you for welcoming the Arts Page team back into your home.
Thank you guys for coming. I'm glad you're interested. I'm happy to share it with you.
We're very interested, and your new book is titled Giving Good. And how does it feel to have accomplished this goal that you told us about?
I've been illustrating children's books all of my adult life. The irony is now that I'm writing a story, that was harder for me to believe than illustrating a book. Because, writing was this other thing that really smart people did. And it's like, no, I have a good story. I know this is a good story.
And what is Giving Good about?
I had left it open in the story for kids to be able to put themselves into it. I left it vague because I wanted people to be able to bring themselves to it. But it was the last night I would spend with my dad for almost a decade. My dad would always laugh at my jokes, even if they probably weren't funny, but it was that little extra. He was truly tickled, and it made me feel normal. This storm is brewing outside, and Dad's with me, and he's laughing at my jokes, and we're shooting stories back and forth, and Daddy's always giving good. It's like, we're together, we're here, we're gonna have fun. That's giving good.
I would say I love that you also help children understand by using a phrase in your book. I don't have the library.
I don't have the words in my library yet. And I remember during that time, that was the first time, those probably weren't the exact words in my head, but that was the feeling. I remember I knew my dad was hurting. And as a kid, I was feeling this weight of, I wanted him to not hurt. But I'm just a kid. I don't know how to not make him hurt. And I just didn't have the words. And it's the simplest of things to say or convey to someone, just simply, I love you. When you don't know, you don't have to be a poet or an author. You can just, I love you.
Giving Good has already gotten some rave reviews. Share some of those, some of that feedback.
Kirkus review, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Kirkus is the one of the people you want to review your books. They're very particular about what they respond to and what they like, and if they do like it, you get a star. If I never get a positive review ever again, I'm fine. To know that they understood it and that it touched them, and they understood how it would help kids and affect kids, that touched me.
Well, you talk about books. I also know that you have Brownie, the war dog. Tell me about veteran's best friend, this book.
I'm very proud of this book. Animals are a gateway to tell deeper stories sometimes. There's a little boy during World War II, true story. It's from the Wisconsin Historical Society, so they only do true stories. He wanted to contribute something to the war effort. He had a brother who was serving. Everyone was serving in some way in the military or for the war effort, but he was just a kid and he didn't see what he could do. He sees that the military needs dogs for the service. And so it was a really tough decision. He volunteered his dog for the service. His dog went off to World War II, served in the Pacific. The dog did a lot of things.
So Brownie the War Dog is a great way to preserve and tell Wisconsin history. And you're also preserving the history and legacy of a very important woman in Wisconsin.
Yes.
Vel R. Phillips.
I always loved her and respected her. And after she passed, her son had found out a little bit about me, and he had said that he wanted to get a book about his mom out there. And I said, if you ever do that, I'll do it. I don't need to know anything else about it. I don't need to know pay. If you do a Vel Phillips book, I will do a Vel Phillips book. She was an African-American woman in the 50s and 60s running for office when any woman running for office back then would have been a big deal. There is a scene in the book where I think she was feeling a little isolated because her family was worried, like, maybe you should stop. And that kind of thing where you're afraid, but you keep doing it because it's right. I hope I have half that courage someday. That's not physically out yet, but it will be coming out soon.
Thank you for catching up with us, and congratulations on all of your success in your future projects.
Thank you. I'm very honored to be here with you and to talk about this. And again, I would just implore people, we can all give good. Whatever we do in life, we can all give good.
He's Aaron Boyd. I'm Sandy Max. Thank you for watching The Arts Page. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay up to date with the latest from us here at The Arts Page.